hope you had a great weekend. So, thanks so much for everybody that's sent me comments and messages and questions. I'm so happy, and I will be answering them all at the end of the month. Please send them all away so I can have a bunch of them about why, Lord, why. And let me go into, I'm glad I got everybody kind of like wanting to learn more about it. That's the whole point. And so I'm going to dive right in. So it's as simple as free will. We all get a choice. We all get a choice to do good or bad, to make a decision. God did not, God gave us that. God gave us free will. He did not create robots. He didn't, if he did, we probably would still be in the Garden of Eden, to be quite honest. Because then Eve wouldn't have grabbed that apple. Why? Because she's a robot. She doesn't do good or bad. She just does what Jesus tells her to do. That is not what God wanted. So, the reason he didn't do that is because he wanted us to choose him. If you keep seeing that, I'm going to look over there because I have my notes over there, but you can't see it. It's the point. Anyway, back to my thing, is he wanted us to choose him. He wanted us to love him because we wanted to, not because we had to. The same reason is how I got married with Caleb, because I wanted to, because I love him and I choose to love him every day, and I will choose to love him forever because he's cute, but I just love him. But with this freedom that we have been given to choose good or evil, to have free will, to do whatever we want, other people have the exact same choice. Everybody else has the exact same freedom. You, me, someone in China, we all have the same decision. And the perfect example of this, what I'm trying to put across, is what happened with Iran just recently with that flight. It was horrible. And the people in that flight had the choice to go to Iran or to come back wherever their destination was. It was coming from there or leaving from there, whichever. They made a choice to buy that ticket, to be in that flight. Nothing wrong with it. They did nothing wrong. They were innocent. They were just innocently in that flight traveling, like everybody does. But someone else chose to hurt them. Someone else chose to do something wrong. And again, it wasn't God behind it. God wasn't saying, now you do this, Iran. That is not what happened. It was somebody's choice. Same thing with my dad. Same thing with Hitler. Same thing with people that just do bad things. They had a choice. They had the choice to not do what they did, and they had a choice to do what they did. My dad chose to hurt me, but God wasn't there saying, hurt her, hurt her, hurt her. She'll be okay, but hurt her, hurt her, hurt her. No. God was probably behind it saying, don't do it. Don't do it. You're going to regret it. This is not who I am. Blah, blah, blah. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Same with Hitler. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. And the more they chose to do the bad and the more they chose to ignore that voice, you know how sometimes you say, I just had this gut feeling not to do that? That actually is God. That actually is God whispering to you, trying to tell you don't do something, or it's going to hurt you, it's going to hurt someone else, just don't do it. That is God. And the more you dismiss that, the further away you're going to be able to hear that. So many people, which this will be a completely other topic, but so many people ask me, how do you hear the voice of God? And that right there is how you start to develop hearing God, being able to realize that that is God, that is who he's telling you not to do something. And so the more they get desensitized to it, the more they get used to doing bad. And that was my dad. And the thing I'm trying to say here is it's not God. who is making these decisions through people. It's people making these decisions. So instead of asking, why did this happen to me? Why did they make this decision? My dad, I chose to forgive my dad, and I forgave him in person. And I've told him that I hold nothing wrong. I hold nothing against him. And he told me, well, I have prepared, while I was in prison, I prepared all these answers for you because I'm sure you have so many questions of why I did this. And I said, you know what? You're released from that. I don't need to know why, because God has completely healed me and delivered me. And I just pray that you may get set free. But you might go, oh, wow, she's so nice. But what would the question even help me for? Like, is it gonna hurt me? Is it not? At the end of the day, nothing he says is gonna fix it. What happened already. So instead of asking why, how about we ask, how do we get out of it? Because that is where God is. He's gonna show you how to get out of the pain. He's gonna show you who you can rely on, and in him, in a friend, he's gonna show you. So instead, let's put our whys aside and let's switch it to a how, and how to get freedom and deliverance in whatever you're going through. So if you're going through something, please know, if it's an abuse, get out of it. I'm going to use this right now to say, get out of it. Go to the local police. Go to someone that you can trust. But if you've already been past it, reach out to someone. Message me. I'm always here. Message someone that you can trust. And let's get complete freedom out of this, guys. Whatever hurt you have. And I just hope, now next week, I'll be going further into it. So stay continued. But I'm going to be then talking about God versus Satan and good versus evil. So stay tuned. Hope you have a great week. See you Friday.